When I was young, when I was very young, younger even than you are now, if you can believe there was ever such a time, there was a rally. This is something you literally would not be able to believe. In this one city, there were more people than are alive in the world today. And it seemed like all of them were out on the street that day. They were protesting, demanding that the government do something about the pollution, the environmental degradation. You see, back then people actually thought that it was the government that was in control, that they were really the people that made the decisions. I don't know. Maybe they still were at that point, but it didn't stay that way for long. And that was the day people started to realize that things had changed. The rally was led by a man called Steve Unohi. Now, he was older than I am now, but he was very influential. People everywhere looked up to him. They almost treated him like a god. They called him the man who could save the world. Well, they treated him like he was a god, but he wasn't a god. He was human. What was important about him is he knew what was happening. And more importantly, he knew how to change it. He knew how we could turn things around. He inspired people. He made them think they could take control back. That's why he was dangerous. That's why the police shot him. Most people blame the government, but even then, the police were being paid more by the corporations to look after their interests. When it happened, they couldn't believe it. People were outraged. It's like they were going to strike back, but then the shooting really started. People panicked, ran, and the shooting didn't stop. By the end of that day, thousands of people were dead. You know, that was the last big rally. After that, people were just too scared to gather. Even though in the years following the death of thousands of people, that just paled into insignificance, but it was as if people gave up. You're lucky you didn't live through those times. It was terrible. It was, even when people were dying in their millions, the one death everyone remembered was Yonoi, because that was the one that said they don't care. They don't care if people survive. They don't care if the planet survives. They just care about themselves, their power, their profit. I thought things would be different here, and they are. They're worse. I know now they're only keeping me alive until they find out who I am, and they'll know that soon. And then they're going to kill me. They'll kill you too.